Yo, what is going on, everyone? My name is Nick of Notorious Bets, and in today's video, we're going to be going in depth into my top 3 best bets of the day today, Sunday, February 5th. But before we can get into these NBA picks, I would like to ask that if you guys are new to the channel and you do end up enjoying today's video, that you please make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And while you're down there, whether you are new to the channel or not, please make sure that you do leave a like on today's video. It would help you out a ton. If you want to follow me on Twitter, please do so at NotoriousFNTSY. So this channel was started 2 days ago. We are 3-1 currently on picks. Went 1-0 yesterday. I didn't love what I was seeing on yesterday's slate, so I ended up just doing a YouTube short where I gave out Giannis over 50.5 points plus rebounds plus assists, which hit easily. Today we got a 6-game slate on Sunday. The Magic at the Hornets will already be being played. It's going to be going while this video is being uploaded, so I decided to stay away from that game, obviously, because you can't bet something at the same line once the game's already going on. So we'll begin today's picks with Darius Garland over 7.5 assists, currently set at -155. The Cleveland Cavaliers at the Indiana Pacers. In his last 10 games, Garland has gone over 7.5 assists in 8 games, averaging 9.9 assists per game in that stretch. In his last 5 games, he has gone over in 4 games, averaging 9.6 assists per game. The Pacers rank 27th in the NBA in terms of assists allowed per game, which is going to allow Darius Garland to flourish in this spot. The Cavs are 4-point favorites in this game, and I think this game will be relatively close and will allow Darius Garland to flourish in this spot. In terms of advanced metrics, most of them actually point towards Garland having a great game here and being able to smash the over 7.5 assist numbers. Some important ones to note are that the Pacers are 24th in defensive efficiency, and they rank 26th in turnover ratio, and turnovers are important towards getting assists. All the normal starters will be active in tonight's game for the Cavaliers, that being Mitchell, obviously Garland going to be in there as well, Okoro, Mobley, as well as Jarrett Allen. So I think this is a very good spot for Darius Garland. Obviously, the books are going to agree with me, currently set at -155, but even with the juice, I love Darius Garland in this spot, again, over 7.5 assists. Next up, we move to D'Angelo Russell, over 28.5 points plus rebounds plus assists, -115. Minnesota, the Timberwolves going up against the Denver Nuggets at home in Minnesota. Over his last 10 games, he has went over the 28.5 PRA number in 7 games, averaging 31.7 PRAs per game. In his last 5 games, he has gone over in 4 games, averaging 33.2 PRAs per game. On paper, this matchup isn't necessarily a wet dream, right? We just talked about how Darius Garland's matchup up against the Pacers on paper looks great. This isn't the best matchup for the Timberwolves in terms of putting up a huge game on paper. But the reason why we play the fucking games, the reason why the games are played, and while the NBA champion is not named at the start of the season, is because, you know, you got to play out the games to figure out who is going to actually win. This game does have the second highest over-under on the slate with 232. The Timberwolves are 3-point dogs, but with how good both of these teams have been playing as of recently, this game could easily go the way of the T-Wolves, even more likely without Kyle Anderson or Rudy Gobert. I am still pretty confident in Russell going over here. Now, obviously, it's going to be a little bit tougher to get some assists without a guy like Rudy Gobert or Kyle Anderson, but I don't think that it's going to necessarily be the reason why he gets fucking derailed in this spot and has a terrible game, right? I think missing Anderson and Gobert, more than likely, again, it's not a lock that they're out as of right now as I'm recording today's video, but more than likely they're going to be out. Still think D'Angelo Russell here should be able to go over 28.5 points plus rebounds plus assists. Final pick here of today's video. We talked about this guy on Friday, Fred VanVleet, Fred Van Elite, over 22.5 points, currently set at -135. Toronto at the Memphis Grizzlies. Over his last 10 games, he has gone over 22.5 points in 8 games, averaging 27.1 points per game. In his last 5 games, he has gone over in 4 games, averaging 25.8 points per game. On the season, he actually averages less than 20 points, but I don't necessarily with how deep we are in the NBA season, right? It's not like we're 5-6 games in, right? We're almost at the All-Star break. We're balls deep into the season. with how he's played recently, I am very confident in him going over in this spot. This game has the third highest total on the slate with 231, and the Raptors are 2.5-point dogs here. Now, the Memphis defense overall is pretty average. They're not a defense that I think anyone is banging the drum aggressively for, but it's not like they're some fucking pushovers here. But again, when it comes to a guy that's as talented as Fred VanVleet, I don't think that having a alright matchup is going to hamper a guy with his skill set. OG Anunoby is also going to be out again in this game, which could allow for some more opportunities towards VanVleet. Now, it's not like OG was averaging 30 points per game or something crazy, right? But could give some more opportunities towards Mr. Fred VanVleet. So I really do like the slate of games today, hoping to go 3-0. Let me know down below in the comments section if you have any picks that I didn't talk about. If you want to talk about maybe the reason why you don't like one of these picks, maybe you're like, Nick, Fred VanVleet is not going over 22.5. He's going under. Fucking smash it. Then go ahead and comment that. I love talking to you guys in the comment section. I love you guys all so much. We are closing in on 10 subscribers. Very impressive, the growth we have seen already. I really do appreciate you guys. I love you guys all so much. We'll be back tomorrow, Monday, February 6th, with some more best bets. Again, hoping to go 3-0 today. Love you guys, and as always, good boy.